So in conclusion for topic 10, there's quite a few things I'd like you to take with you. So icebergs are so dangerous because of the amount of ice that's below the water that you can't see. And just like, let's say, the captain of the Titanic, ignoring all the warnings, managers really look at just the purchase price, which is just the tip of the iceberg, right? They don't see all the associated costs below it. And then their accounting and their finance guys got to scramble to make it up. But to make yourselves great supply managers, you need to look at all the costs that are involved with a purchase. So like using all these tools that we developed, how do you figure out the total cost or do a cost breakdown? All these things help you get to your final cost in your spending. So why don't managers use these techniques? Well, it's a lot of hard work. You're not going to see a manager who might have 50 things on their plate sit down and spend a couple hours trying to figure out the total cost of ownership, right? They're not interested. They're looking at what is on their plate right now. And they might just push it down to somebody else, right? So, and a lot of people don't understand the numbers. When they look at it, they just see a bunch of black and white on a piece of paper, maybe some red scribbled on there. But they look at the last line and they don't know what's in between that top line and the bottom line. They just want to make sure that bottom line is growing. And many companies don't reward anybody for making decisions based on the total cost. It just doesn't happen. So why is it so important? Well, there's a lot of brutal facts out there in the supply chain world. So in advanced costing is one of our most powerful tools to make these facts visible because you can see them on a piece of paper. If everybody can see them, there's a different conversation you can have. You can say, well, why is it costing this much? Why is labor so high? Or why is material cost so high? Instead of, why is the product cost so high? Well, now you're diving down into the actual area and you can answer those questions more specifically. So when you make a decision with your team, you can make them more competitively and you can win the tough battles. People are not going to want to spend the money, but if you show them where their money's going, they'll be able to understand it. So knowing about this total costing is essential. And hopefully through these short videos that you get this and are able to take this forward.